BigBankz. We're back again for another video. Today we are in France and we are going to explore another abandoned mansion here. But we're walking up to it now, and this thing is a beauty. It looks like a castle. Let's take a look at this outside, and then we'll go inside and show you everything that's there. Check it out. Just walking up to it. There's tons of thorns. It's gonna be moldy and dusty in there, so got our gloves on and our mask. Look at it. Here in the countryside. Had to go through all this stuff just to get to this place. But guys, it's worth it. Check it out. Can't even see the road from here, but there's a wall that surrounds the whole property, and there's like a barn right there. I believe the barn and stuff is still in use, but here is our mansion right here in front of us. So I'm gonna film my intro on the inside, tell you a little bit more about it. Just a beautiful place. So it's not such a bad day today. It's the weather's pretty nice. It's not too hot. The first of the trip, it was really hot, like the whole entire time. And then as we got over to the east a little more, it's a lot better. So we're excited. But yeah, I have about 3 to 4 days left on this trip, so we're gonna try to see as much as possible. Been here a total of like 12 to 15 days now, and we filmed about 13 videos, just about, and I'm excited to just take you on the rest of this journey. So let's continue to explore, and let's go inside this place. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another exploration. I'm BigBankz. If you're new here, this is the France series that we've been going on, and this one, as you can tell, I'm masked up. I got gloves on. This place is very decayed, has a lot of dust and mold, so we got to be a little bit extra careful in here. This place has a story to it. We finally made it inside. This is like the little library of the mansion that we're in. But I'm going to give you guys a little rundown of this place. It starts off with pretty much a love story. A long time ago, a woman from France left this country to go travel to China, where she met a man that became the love of her life. They ended up having a kid, getting married, moving back here to France in this mansion. They had 2 daughters and a son that lived in the mansion as well. Later on down, as the years went by, the man passed away, and the family basically found him here. And what happened was, the rest of the family, the kids that had moved away, they had came back and they had taken things that were sentimental to them, that reminded them of their family and their mother and father. They kind of left everything else. Everything had kind of already started to fall into despair, and they had already lived in other countries, so it was just going to be too difficult for them to get all of this stuff out. Everything is left here abandoned, and one room of the house is actually dedicated to their father, who was from China. Is an entire Chinese themed room. and I cannot wait to show you. You're gonna stick around to see that. That's upstairs. We're gonna start downstairs and see everything that's left in here. It's kind of a hike, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, hit that subscribe button. Check out my friends that are with me today. We got Jeremy from Abandoned Nashville and Steve Ronan. So check them out down in the description. They go on amazing adventures just as much as I do. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. We're going to take a look at the library that I started you out in the beginning, and we're going to just work our way through the whole place and see what is left here. So as you can see right here, this is like a desk, and all these books are still stacked here. But you can see how much it has just dilapidated, like how much dust and debris is just falling on top of this thing. It was probably very beautiful at one point, but now it just sits to rot. And see, even back behind is a pretty beautiful chair here, but it is just faded. It looks moldy, it looks dusty, not something you'd want to sit on. And then in here there's letters. They don't have dates on them, but it definitely looks a bit older. Obviously it's a different language, so I'm not going to be able to read it to you guys, but there's a letter written right there. Check out all these books. Still here, and even right here. And the floor looks like it's going to cave in at any moment, so we got to be careful. And then even look at this. This is like some vegetation that has grown in, just some vines. They're all dead, but they have made it inside. Look at this. Latin, Francis. Look at the mold that's just on the books. They're very moldy. There's a little table. It looks like there's some alcohol that's still there. Still inside the bottle. Obviously it's no good because the cap's not on it. And then check out the wallpaper. It's like this red with this really nice design on it, but it's peeling off everywhere. Here's another shelf of books. These may not be as moldy. Some of them are pretty bad still. But I wonder what these books are for. This is illustration right there. So maybe there are some drawings or something. You can tell rats and mice have kind of taken their pages for their nest and whatnot. And see how it's kind of trashed right here. But there's still these beautiful rugs, these Persian rugs on the floor. Love to see that. It's a very common theme in places. So there might have been another cabinet or something, because all these books are just scattered everywhere. But there's even old photos. There's like old letters written here. I wish they had a date on them. It'd be really cool to know like when these letters were written. Definitely a bit older though. Got another cabinet full of books. But this is just our first room of the place. And I almost missed the chandelier still hanging here. Not too bad. Kind of surprising that that's here. Look at the decay. I mean, it just looks so like eerie in here. Which I am kind of in here alone, this room. Jeremy and Steve are upstairs. But, you know, I can handle myself. I hope. There's bats throughout this whole place too, which is another common theme we've seen in France so far. There's just bats everywhere in these darker places. But it makes sense, you know. But we don't want them to hit us or bite us or anything like that. Could have a lot of bad diseases that we don't want to deal with. So let's continue on. Let's keep exploring this place. Look at the hallway. My goodness. It's just full of junk. Bunch of clothes and stuff just everywhere. Wonder what this is for. It's got, like, literally you have to step on everything. I wonder what this door was, or if this was even a door. What is this? It's kind of strange. It had a fabric on it at one point, but it's kind of fallen off. The doors of exploring, guys. This is what you have to walk on. So we got Jeremy here.
Morning.
This is a little different than what we've seen on this trip, but you know, we're explorers, so we're going to show you what we find. There's cabinets of books throughout the hallway. I'm not sure what's back here, but here is your stairway. It's a nice wooden stairway. Has spider webs everywhere on it. Has the running carpet that goes all the way up it as well. It's faded up until there. You can see it was red at one point. And it sucks because there's a really nice floor here. All right, check out the floor. So here is where I assume the bats are. We kind of scared them away a little bit ago. But they probably came in here. Which, in here, I don't know what even is in here. This is like a storage thing, workshop. Looks like there's a boat right there with some bikes. A lot of junk, a lot of bottles. This looks like a kitchen underneath the staircase. Go under here, and yeah, here's our kitchen right here. It is chock full of stuff, let me tell you. So, a lot of alcohol bottles, a lot of just kitchenware and stuff left behind. Almost looks like they were hoarding at one point. It's very beat up for the most part in this kitchen. And look at all this, just the coffee is still here. Everything is just molded over. This has definitely been abandoned for quite a long time. I mean, you can look at the rust that is just built up on top of the stove here. You got like COVID 30 in there. I don't know, it's sad to see it like this. Sad to see any house like this. And one thing we noticed in these small towns in France is there are people that live in homes that are just like this, and it's really, really sad. But that's also everywhere, you know. There's people in America, people in, you know, third world countries that live in houses like this, and it's just a sad thing to see. I really wish and hope and pray better for these types of people that are less fortunate, you know. Right here is your front doorway. And you can see somebody had bent this up to get in here. So there's no wonder that there are animals and bats and all types of things throughout this house. And that could be another reason why it's trashed in here. Look at this right at the front door. This is something religious related. And then directly to my left here, we have what looks to be like maybe the living room at one point, or maybe even a dining room. There's a nice cabinet here, really nice cabinet that looks like it held all the plates and stuff. There's still some left behind in there. Look at this alcohol that's left. I think this might be a fire. Yeah, it's like fire liquid. And this looks like This is that stuff you put in like your water to make it more flavored, and I can just feel it's all hard and stuff. It's just been in this mildewy moisture house. Like, ew. You can hear it crunching. Oh my goodness, let's put this back inside there. But there is still a piano. See if it still works. Yep, she still works. Not a bad looking piano either. Pianos are very common in abandoned places, mostly for the fact that they're very hard to move out because they're so heavy and they're pretty fragile too. So you want to be really careful when you're moving stuff like this out of places. So that's why a lot of them are left behind. In some places you'll find just a completely empty house, not a time capsule, but there'll be a piano in it because it's just really difficult to move out. And this is when I think this might have been a dining room, because this table right here could have gone in the middle of this room, I think. It's pretty nice. Still has some dishes and whatnot on it. Then we have another cabinet. You can see the mold that's coming in here. I don't even know what kind of mold that is, but that don't look good, let me tell you. If you can identify what mold this is, let me know. It's not black mold, but that looks pretty bad. It looks like fuzzy. It's gross. Good thing I have my mask on. It's probably not really protecting me from much, but it's better than nothing. I want to say that's all of the downstairs, actually. I think we have one more room over here, but it's very sketchy in this room. The floor is caving in, so I'm just going to show you from here. The floor is pretty bad. It was really squishy the first time I walked in. Want to be safe. Lots of black mold growing in here. It's more pink, which is another common theme I see in France. A lot of pink rooms. Time to make our way up the stairs into those bedrooms and see what's in there. And remember, we're going to be seeing a Chinese themed bedroom that was for their father who passed away. So you're not going to want to miss it. So let's take these stairs and let's see what's above us. Got Steve Ronan in the house.
What's up, guys?
We're going to look down this hallway, see if there's anything back there. You never know until you go. Oh, it's just the bathroom. Okay. Alright, so it actually starts right here. It's like these old rocks. Maybe it looks like old pottery too. And maybe this was an old bowl of some sort. Look at this, there's even a letter that goes with it. Looks like more old pieces of pottery that they've dug up. Maybe they were trying to find all the pieces to it. Oh my, dude, look at this. Whoa. There's literally different stones and different like fossil looking things. Like this looks like a fossil, and it's actually attached to this piece of paper that tells what it is. And there's different seashells and different other stones. Look at this stuff. Guys, I couldn't tell you the first thing about stones and whatnot, but some of these look like legit fossils. So maybe they collected fossils and whatnot. You gotta check this out. Here's like shells. This is an old shell that is formed into like a rock, so it's definitely a fossil. Very cool to see old things like that. Look, some of these are even propped up with pieces of wood to tell you what they are. So they had this whole thing on display at one time. Just for anybody that would come over, or maybe just for their own personal feeling of it, they had all this lined up, which is very neat. Old pottery, fossils, rocks. Kind of the first time I've ever seen something like this. They're all different. And we have one more like glass display right here at the end of the hallway. And this one is full of seashells. Oh my, there's even a seahorse in here, like a dried up seahorse. Look at that. I've never seen that before. You don't see a lot of these in general, but to see one right here in a bando is pretty crazy. So we're gonna put that guy back right where we got him. And there might even be more in there. Maybe like eels and other dried up animals, starfish. It almost looks like there's mold growing inside of everything though. Yeah, there is starfish down here, you see that? And these are like shark eggs. They have shark eggs in here. Wow, that's like, I've seen them on beaches, but never in a bando. Some old little shark eggs. Wow. Time to go to our first bedroom here. Gotta push open the door. And this might have been the master bedroom. It's quite large. Oh, look at all the clothes in the corner over here. Check out the bed. The bed is still made. There's some dolls left in here, probably from their daughters. Old portraits. And this looks like a whole table just full of like perfumes and colognes and whatnot. Very old stuff though. A lot of pink in this room. Some pink linens. There's also some blue though. And look at this dresser. You see, these look like a lot in France and in Europe in general. You got a pink sink and a pink bidet here, and look at the wall. Look at how deteriorated it is. You can just tell this has been abandoned for a long time. I wonder who these people are on the walls. This looks like a portrait of Jesus right there. I'm not sure who these people are. There's a nun on the other side. Then all their clothes are just thrown about right there in the corner. Here's a room, which I believe is the children's room. This room was for the two daughters. They slept in here. They had two beds together. Look at this old red bunny here. It's really big. I almost feel like it's going to get up and jump at me. A lot of the clothes and whatnot thrown about. A very dilapidated room. There's the two green beds. This bedroom had its own bathroom as well. Whoa. Squeeze through here. Wow, look at all the suits and stuff. It's weird how things are placed in this place. Like there's suits in here, but the little kids' room is right here. So we're gonna come back after this. It's been a while since I feel like I've seen a place this dilapidated and run down. But the fact that they're like the bedrooms are still like time capsules, pretty bizarre. But you never know what you're gonna find in abandoned places. We're entering another room here. This is above the door. Not sure where that's from. But look at this bedroom. This is a time capsule right here. But the fact that it's so quiet and So run down. Look at the spider webs. See that up there? That is crazy. Feels like a whole colony of spiders would just be in here. So there probably is. Now you have the nice pink bed here. This was one of the kids' rooms. Has its own sink right there. Brushes and stuff are still hanging up. This is on the nightstand. Love the wallpaper here too. Look at these dogs. They're like hunting dogs. Got this chair with a cross on it. Now I always wonder if these chairs are actually meant to sit that low or if the legs just get knocked off of them. But I've seen a lot of chairs that are just sitting like this low. I don't know if that's a thing or what. It's so quiet in here. This is the room that I've been wanting to show you guys. This is the Chinese room that was dedicated to their father. So this place has different Chinese themes in it, the door, and everything else. So I can't wait to show you. Let's go in there right now. As you can tell, first door we see, it's right here. So there is a bed in here, so somebody did sleep in this room. But the main part I want to show you is right behind me. Check that out. All Chinese themed, all the way around. Even have the cabinets here, which are Chinese themed. Looks like they might have had a bird at one point. Thankfully I don't see the bird in there, so he didn't get left, hopefully. There's a lot of bat poop in here, so that's another reason why it's good to have a mask on. But this is like a desk. And on this desk there are these old plants that have died. Now guys, these are real plants, but they are dead. Another matching cabinet as the other one over there. And you can see the Chinese themed things that are in this room. Here's even a photo of one of them at Stonehenge from a long time ago. Again, there's another door with more Chinese themes, so you can see where it goes together there. But in this room, this is like a little weird little section to it. It's this very small doorway, goes up here to this very blue room that has this old cabinet in it that's kind of been torn apart. But a very blue room to see, indeed. Alright guys, well we're done with the castle, and safe to say, pretty cool place, with the Chinese stuff that's in there, and just the story behind it, and all the bedrooms that are left completely untouched. What an amazing place. Nice to see something a little bit different than what we've been seeing on our trip, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment your favorite part of this place, and where you're watching from. Check out my friend Steve Ronan in Abandoned Nashville, and that's going to be the end of today's video. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, BigBankz out.